They used to look right through you, like you didn't even exist, like your soul was invisible and your worth was disposable. But now they linger on your page, watch your every move, whisper your name when they think no one's listening. The same ones who once laughed at your silence are now drowning in the noise of their own regret. Funny, isn't it? How the tables turn when the one they dismissed becomes the one they can't ignore. But let me ask you something, quietly. In the depths of your heart, did you feel it too? That hollow ache, like no one saw who you truly were, like the fire inside you was too much for the coldness of this world to handle. You've walked through shadows most people never even dare to acknowledge. And the worst part, the ones who hurt you didn't come from far. They were close, friends, family, people who should have protected your spirit. Instead, they poked at it, chipped away at it, hoping it would shatter, but it didn't. You see, chosen one, they mistook your kindness for weakness, your silence for surrender. But they didn't realize they were looking at a storm pretending to be still. You weren't weak. You were wise. You weren't quiet. You were listening, observing, learning. And while they played their petty games, throwing words like knives, you were busy healing your wings. That's the part they didn't see. You didn't need to scream to be strong. You just needed time. Time to remember who you are. Time to rise. And now, they want your attention. Isn't that something? The ones who told you that you'd never be anything, now wait for crumbs of your energy. They scroll through your stories, lurking in silence, pretending they don't see your glow. But oh, they see it, and it burns them. Not because you're flaunting it, no. You've never been the type to gloat. You're not shining out of arrogance. You're glowing because the darkness you've endured couldn't put your light out. And that, my dear soul, is divine. Let them watch. Let them wonder. But don't you waste a second explaining your rise to those who doubted your existence, because your power was never meant to be understood by the blind. Some people only learn to value gold once they've tried to tarnish it and failed. And your spirit, it's unreachable, protected, set apart. They wanted a reaction. They wanted you to break character, to lash out, defend yourself, stoop to their level, because that's where they live. Low places, bitter energies. But you chose elevation. You chose silence. Not because you didn't have words, but because you respected your energy too much to spend it on temporary minds. That's the mark of the chosen. Restraint. There's a spiritual law that most forget. The law of least effort. Water doesn't fight rocks. It flows around them and still wears them down. Trees don't shout for sunlight. They grow towards it, patiently, faithfully. The light you carry doesn't need to scream. It just needs to shine. And light, my dear, always exposes what hides in darkness. That's why they fear you. Not because you said anything, but because you didn't have to. You were designed differently. Your spirit speaks in frequencies most can't decode. You've walked through the fire and didn't just survive. You transmuted. What was meant to burn you only refined you. And like gold in the crucible, you came out purer, stronger, untouchable. This world cannot mock what it cannot break. And you, chosen one, were never built to be broken. You were built to remember. Remember what, you ask? That your value isn't tied to their recognition. That your power doesn't need their applause. That your path was written long before they whispered your name in judgment. The universe, God, Source, whatever name you speak to, It didn't place this weight on your shoulders by accident. You carry the essence of those who came before you, warriors, healers, prophets. You don't need validation when your DNA is ancient wisdom. So walk like you know who you are. Move like your ancestors are watching. Speak only when your words serve your purpose, and never to entertain those who didn't believe in your silence. You are not here to convince anyone. You are here to rise, quietly, completely, beautifully. Let them wonder why you don't respond. Let them analyze your silence. That's where your power is, in your ability to walk away, to say nothing and still leave a message, to ignore the noise and amplify your light. They say revenge is sweet, but you've learned peace is sweeter. Because when you don't give them a reaction, you rob them of their control. And when you rob them of their control, they are left with the one thing they fear the most, their own reflection. But you keep glowing, you keep building, keep praying, keep creating. Your fruits will speak louder than their rumors. Your presence will silence their projections. You've already won. You just haven't seen the full victory yet. But, oh, it's coming, in divine timing. Because heaven doesn't rush greatness, it reveals it. When the noise has faded and the stage is clear, you're not for everyone, and you were never meant to be. That's the beauty of being chosen. You were called to walk paths others fear, to feel deeply, to carry more, to stand taller in spirit. It's a lonely road, but not a lost one. You've been protected in isolation, hidden for refinement. And now, as you step into your season, the world will see what God already knew, that you were always enough, always powerful, always destined. So I want you to take this moment right now and breathe. Breathe in every truth I've spoken to your soul. Let it sink in like rain into dry ground. You are not forgotten. You are not overlooked. You are not small. You are chosen. You are divine. And anyone who failed to see that simply wasn't meant to come with you. Let them talk. Let them beg. Let them sit in the silence you mastered. But never let them steal the peace you earned. They said you were nothing. That's because they couldn't see the blueprint. But now they do. And it's too late to deny the masterpiece standing in front of them. You are the storm they didn't prepare for, the miracle they didn't believe in, the light that doesn't need a spotlight to shine. And you will continue to rise, not out of revenge, but out of reverence for the soul you've become. So go ahead, smile in silence, move in grace, and know that all of heaven is cheering for you, even when earth doesn't understand. May you be blessed with unshakable peace, unstoppable purpose, and undeniable favor. Your time is now. Your story is sacred, and your silence, it's a roar that only the wise will ever hear. If this message touched your soul, like, comment, and share it with someone who's quietly rising too. Because chosen ones need to remind each other, we were never nothing. We were just hidden until it was time.